To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greenplumbing.com.
The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Good afternoon. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full, and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull, and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society certified expert.
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it. And good afternoon. We welcome you in. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Yeah. What's up, everybody? How we doing? How's your mom and them? How's your family? Feeling good? Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, all that stuff. Hope everything is going well on your end. We are here. Happy to be here. And by the way, successfully recorded an interview earlier this morning. And that means coming up at 2 o'clock, we will chat with one of the Impractical Jokers, Sal Vulcano. He will join us on the show. Recorded the interview this morning back at the house. And and Rogers, I remembered this time to record both parts of the interview. I recorded both his voice and my voice this time. I did not Jay Johnson this thing. For those that don't know, I once recorded an interview with Jay Johnson, did the whole thing. We were chit-chatting back and forth. It went great. And then I went back to listen to it and realized I didn't record his voice. I only recorded mine. But this go-around, I recorded both. So we are good to go. We made it happen. We set it up correctly, got it going, and boom. Sal Vulcano coming up at 2 o'clock. Otherwise, we got NBA playoffs to discuss. We'll get into some of that. We'll chat with you about WNBA upcoming, NBA. We got NFL, college football, as once again Congress is sticking its nose into collegiate athletics. So we can get into some of that if you like. And, man, whatever else is on your mind, we would 100% love to have you jump in and be a part of what we got going on. And, again, we've got Sal Vulcano of the Impractical Jokers coming up at 2 o'clock. Sal was kind enough to join us. He's coming to the Strand next Thursday. So the 15th, Sal will be coming to the Strand. And in our interview, we talked a lot about the journey, the Impractical Jokers, how he got into stand-up, kind of what's in his act, and then we discuss a little bit about about Shreveport, and I give him some Shreveport info to work with and to work into the act. So We got all that going on, and that is amazing. Rogers, I just saw this online, and not necessarily a massive fan of the Babylon Bee, but I got to give them credit. You know my name rant that I do where I talk about Aiden, Braden, Jaden, Caden, Layden, Hayden, and then all the vowels replaced by Y. People are naming their kids like all kind of crazy stuff these days, all sorts of weird things. Well, come to find out, the Babylon Bee is right in step with yours truly. They take The Onion. It's a satirical site. It's got a little bit of a different slant, but it's fine. It's okay. Well, they have a headline that I just saw just now. It said, "Kid at baseball game unsure whether fans are cheering for Aiden, Braden, Caden, or Jaden." I'm like, hey, that's my rant. Like that's my number one rant right there. Is about why kids are naming why parents are naming their kids all sorts of weird things. You don't get a Lauren anymore unless it's like Lyryn or something. So, I'm happy to see that someone else recognizes this. So, yeah, the one of my favorite rants about Hayden, Braden, Jaden, Caden, Layden, Aiden is out in the ether. That is awesome. Good on you, Babylon Bee. All right, so we are up and running. Got the stream going. We're happy about that, and very excited to be with you on a wonderful Wednesday. As always, the hooking up and tracking down guys, taking care of business. Good to see Gary hanging out. Rogers, do you think was it bad of me to call him Hopalong when I saw him? Like, was that a little? He didn't die. I know, but that's kind of the joke, is the stick to the camouflage jokes? Dang. Hey, at least he's okay. He didn't die. If he had died, I would not be making the jokes. I mean, at least he's mobile, and he's not. And by the way, good to see him not. Doesn't have the cane or the walker going. So definitely on the road to recovery. Good to see that. With our boy Gary. Is this live, Rogers, or is this Houston Astros Milwaukee Brewers game? Well, it's the top of the fifth, and the Astros are winning 1-0. So, Rogers was having to see if Steffi was going to tell. Is that right? Steffi was going to tell who has brain cancer. Liam. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Steffi telling Hope that Liam's got an incurable brain cancer until Liberty Bibberty cures it. Of course, we all know that's coming next. Well, and I do wonder sometimes with. I do wonder with these particular soap operas, like when they start writing these things, do they know, like the writers, producers, whatever, do they know that, that it's going to be, hey, we're going to kill this guy off. We're going to find a way to save him. Like I'm always curious when they start these arcs of this guy, Liam, has incurable brain cancer. It just so happens to be incurable brain cancer, and one of the lead characters and his ex-wife's current husband is, happens to be having curable brain cancer, and this guy happens to be a, renowned neurologist. So I often wonder, like, okay, did they set this up with the idea being we're going to go ahead and cure him, or is the idea, hey, we're going to make sure that, we don't know. Well, that's a heck of a slide, Rogers. I don't know if this is live or not, but that guy's safe. Infield in, bases loaded. Or it wasn't bases loaded. It was a guy on third. And this dude slid right under the tag. Got the left hand in. That is a heck of a slide. Who's this guy, Rogers? Derecho? Dude, that was a crazy good slide. They called him out, but just looking at the replay, Rogers, I think he's safe. That was impressive, to say the least. So we're watching a little baseball. I mean, look at that. Got the left hand in before he got tagged up on the shoulder.
Are they challenging?
Yeah. The call was out. They challenged immediately. I love the fact that everyone wears oven mitts now. So they're not DeZenzo is his name, Rogers. DeZenzo? Never heard of the guy. But yeah, it looks like he got the left hand in before the tag. There you go. There's the view. Left hand is in before the tag on the shoulder. They reversed the call. He's safe. 2-0 Astros. That was a heck of a slide. I mean, I don't know in the moment if he did that on his own or was thinking about it, but it was still a great slide. So now 2-0 in favor of the Astros. And by the way, Rogers, this is live. There are a few games that are going on right now that are live. So we got all kind of fun stuff going on. Baseball, we got basketball from last night. Even without Steph Curry, the Warriors got it done. Found a way to take down the T-Wolves. We've already learned that Curry will not be available for Game 2. He nursing a hamstring strain. Oh, another run scored on a wild pitch. Now 3-0 Astros. He spiked that one. Priester spiked that. By the way, Altuve only hitting 250. That is insanely low for him. Oh, no, that's a wild pitch. I mean, that's a pass ball. Hit his glove. I thought it hit the dirt. No, right off the glove. That is absolutely a pass ball. That'll let the run score. Yeah, that's bad catching right there. So right after not getting the tag in the correct spot, then gives up the pass ball, does the catcher for the Brew Crew. And now they're underway. Well, Rogers, Jerry Jones promised us some major trades, and he at least has one going on, as they have brought in George Pickens, the Steelers wide receiver, to go with the Shady Sheep, a.k.a. CeeDee Lamb. A lot of questions, of course, about sort of mentality of a guy who is, maybe not the best, quote-unquote, teammate or leader or whatever. But now CeeDee Lamb has someone opposite him that should draw some attention and perhaps give him a little easier time of it. So I will say this, of the things that Dallas has done so far in the offseason, I think that's the best move. The real question is, is this a concern because Pickens is not the most team-friendly guy? Is it a concern that you put this guy on a roster with, Dak's kind of your leader, Micah Parsons somewhat your leader. Apparently they moved their lockers next to each other. Brian Schottenheimer did that. But, how much of a, where's your team leaders in terms of the being able to control a guy like Pickens, Dak, Micah Parsons, whatever. Oh, Steph Curry out through at least Game 4. He's out for a week. So, yeah, that changes the metrics a little bit. Timberwolves, a 10.5-point favorite now in Game 2. After the news of Steph Curry, though the Warriors got it done last night. Buddy Hield went off. You got enough Jimmy Butler stuff. You got to like when you got a Jimmy and a buddy on your team, right? Jimmy and a buddy, that's good stuff right there. So we will get into some of that, and of course we will chat with Sal Vulcano coming up at the top of the hour. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 on the FM dial, 1130 on the AM dial. You can also reach us in a couple of ways. You can call us if you like. That is the as of yet unsponsored hotline. Used to be the Desert Fiends hotline before it was the Pearl Shreveport hotline. Now it is the waiting on a sponsor hotline. If you'd like to sponsor the show and have your name on the hotline, you can. All you have to do is just text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, which I'll tell you about here in a second. But the hotline, as of now, unsponsored, 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945. That is how you reach us on the hotline. You can find us on the... Oh, there he is. Oh, Coach O was a little late to the party today. Somebody had to wake him up, taking a snooze. Always good to hear from Coach O, though. We're also available on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. The Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line is 318-657-0HAM. That's 318-657-0426, also known as the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. We're available on any of 4 streaming platforms. We are streaming, as always, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. If you want to find us on any of those platforms, Facebook.com/Netherton Show, YouTube.com/@Netherton Show, Twitch.tv/Netherton Show, and then on Twitter or X, we are at PT Netherton, at PT Netherton. Again, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Search for Netherton Show on just about any of those, and you will be able to find us right there. We're also available via the app if you want to tune in that way. 1130 The Tiger. Search for that on Google Play or iTunes App Store, and you can listen to us in crystal clear HD audio. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Rogers Hampton Jr.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
Okay.
Mike. By the way, one programming note, no show on Friday. No show on Friday. How you been, brother? You doing all right? You hanging in? You doing? I wasn't done talking to you just yet. I was just letting everyone know we don't have a show on Friday. You all right? You good?
I'm good. I'm here.
Yeah, you making it? Got through the rain?
Well.
What did you end up getting caught in yesterday? Like
As soon as I left here, it started.
Yeah.
I mean, but you said you didn't get wet at all.
I know I got wet, but I didn't get soaked.
From the door to my truck.
Yeah.
I was head to toe.
Dang. Yeah, it was starting to rain when I walked out, but it hadn't really started deluge yet.
Yeah, it was not fun. I was soaking wet in the truck. I was like, great.
Ugh.
The only reason my throat's a little sore today, I can tell.
Yeah.
I got wet and it was cold.
Right.
So the old throat's got a little
the old wet
in the old giddy
the old wet and cold.
Yeah, it was nasty, man.
Yeah, it was bad. Had a tornado end up spawning
it was
up.
Wild because
By the way, I haven't watched the news today. Was there any damage? I haven't seen anything.
I didn't get to see the news because they went with the papal conclave thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We're electing a new pope, Rogers. Pope Rogers the First. I didn't grow up in the Catholic Church, Rogers, so the Pope doesn't really mean much to me. Just a guy in a crazy suit and a hat, big funny hat. So, yeah, I did go to Catholic school a couple of times. Went to St. Mary's down in Natchitoches. Went to Loyola here in town. So I got to experience a little bit of the Catholic Church, but I was not raised a Catholic. I'm a good old Southern Baptist boy. So, yeah, didn't get to experience the Pope doesn't really mean much to me. So, good on them. I hope they find a good one. Seemed like the last guy was pretty good. Pope Francis, everyone seemed to think he was pretty solid and a good pope. So hopefully they get a good one that's there and doing it for the right reasons and all that. So we'll see. All right, Sal Vulcano, the Impractical Joker, coming up at the top of the hour. Talk to him about his journey, how they started the Impractical Jokers, how he got into stand-up. Coming to Shreveport, we discussed a little bit about Shreveport, so he'll have some Shreveport material to do. So we'll discuss some of that. Looking forward to that conversation. That will be at 2 o'clock, the top of the hour. It's a Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Sal joins us at the top of the hour. Otherwise, we're hanging out, chit-chatting about whatever's on your mind. Give us a shout. We'd love to hear from you.
Are you ready to take your brand to new heights? At Town Square Media, your success is our ultimate goal. At Town Square Media, we understand that reaching your audience across various platforms is essential in today's fast-paced landscape. One size fits none in the realm of marketing. See firsthand how Town Square Media crafts tailored solutions that align with your unique goals. Whether it's increasing brand awareness, driving sales, or fostering community engagement, our ability to customize strategies that deliver exactly what you need when you need it. Town Square Media isn't just a partner. We're your brand's most passionate advocate. See how Town Square Media can transform your vision into a reality that resonates, engages, and inspires. Call and schedule your free business analysis today. 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Your brand story starts here with Town Square Media, where innovation meets impact and your success is our priority.
What? All the budget has to be used now? And we can use all the media buy?
Javier's marketing firm just got its dream funding.
Okay, ideas. Bobbleheads? No. T-shirt cannon? I seriously need some help here.
He needs to find marketing managers who are worth every dollar.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sponsoring a job on Indeed gives it a visibility boost, so you can hire faster. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Right now, the Home Depot has spring deals under $20. So no matter what you're working on, the deals are blooming at the Home Depot with savings on plants, flowers, soil, and more. Then light up your outdoor space with Hampton-based string lights. Was $34.97, now only $19.99. And get the grill going with two 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal. Was $19.98, now only $17.88. Don't miss spring deals under $20 now through May 7th at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, valid on select items only.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches meat pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocers' freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
Rejuva Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuva Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Greene Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greeneplumbing.com.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind.
As an adult, kids want to know you're listening to them, but they also want to listen to you. When it comes to alcohol, they want to know your expectations and how and why to avoid underage drinking. Talking early and often about it in everyday conversations reinforces your message and keeps lines of communication open. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
I'll be by your side.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Fox Sports plays here.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
A Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river. What you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Hambone doing a wellness check on our boy Trey, and it worked, Rogers. He's alive. Right. Also, Jeff did the same thing, Rogers. Wellness check on Jeff, too, apparently. Speaking of, Mark chimed in, present. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Over on Facebook. Jeff sent us a little note, Rogers, and mentioned that Desert Fiends has slipped in the video rankings of, people buying downloads and all that stuff. They've slipped in the rankings, and he said, obviously, the Netherton Nudge, kind of gone away. I'm like, yeah, buddy, y'all stop paying for the Netherton Nudge. The Netherton Nudge goes away. That's how it works. It's the Netherton Nudge vanishing. He said Desert Fiends fell to number 24 in the Amazon DVD new horror releases. Not bad, but obviously we've lost the Netherton Nudge momentum. Yep. Look, Rogers, I'm not, my services aren't free. The Netherton Nudge is available for a price. If your business would like the Netherton Nudge, holler at me on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line at 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Let us know. We would absolutely love to have you join the show, be a part of what we've got going on. We will definitely take you and your money and help out your business. Just give us a shout. Let us know. We will we'll be happy to help out. So we mentioned George Pickens. Cowboys fans, is this the move? Is this the get us to the Super Bowl move that the Cowboys needed? Jerry said he was going to be aggressive in free agency, and that's a reasonably aggressive move. Like, I will say that Pickens is a good receiver. He's used to kind of being a number one, so you make him a number two or like a 1B. And I think you got a good shot, man. That makes certainly going to make Dak feel a lot better. But Rodgers, there seems to still be a glaring position weakness for the Cowboys. Running back. They didn't sign anybody I wasn't aware of, did they, Rodgers? Anybody you can think of that any running backs that the Cowboys went and got? So, Cowboys fans, I need to know, where are you at? Feels like Pickens is a good deal, right? Feels like a pretty solid grab. So is this a scenario where you look at it and go, okay, this is the guy? They sent a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick to the Steelers for George Pickens and a 2027 sixth-round pick. So a guy named Seth Walder on ESPN graded the trade. He graded it from the Pickens to Dallas perspective. Said he's an excellent fit with Lamb, outside vertical receiver who will allow Lamb to maintain his heavy dosage of slot alignments in the Cowboys offense. He ran go routes and deep fades 19% of the time last season, the 10th highest rate among receivers. 900 yards, 14 games, 1,100 yards in 23, 900 yards in last year. Pickens has shown growth in his ability to get open since his rookie season. His catch score, though, has dropped since his rookie year. That looks like the profile of a player who could see positive regression, since a receiver's ability to get open is more stable from year to year than his ability to make catches over expectations. So on paper, this move makes plenty of sense for the Cowboys. Roster still has the same core that went 12-5 and had a major weakness at receiver after the Shady Sheep. Said to give up a shade more than a third-round pick for 1 year Pickens is reasonable. Said, but this move is not made only on paper. Big part of the reason why Pickens is available is it seems the Steelers had enough of him. Pickens had 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against the Bengals last season. Mike Tomlin said he's got a target on his back because he's George Pickens. He understands that, but he's got to grow up. He's got to grow up in a hurry. Then after the season, Tomlin said there's certainly obviously more room for growth.
Just go do it somewhere else.
Right. There's more room for growth in a different organization.
Go do it somewhere else.
So, according to this particular writer, who's using a lot of analytics, Pittsburgh already got DK Metcalf, they're reasonably, Pickens and Metcalf are kind of the same style of receiver, both outside guys, both, can be more vertical targets. But the Steelers do need another receiver. So it does appear that this is a move that will not bring Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. But according to this writer, Cowboys get a B- for the trade. Steelers get a B+ for the trade. So it appears that both sides kind of okay with what went down, it would seem. So I guess that's good. Both sides, it kind of seems happy. It feels like it was a good deal. So we'll see. we'll see. Obviously, with CeeDee Lamb, he's a 1A. Is Pickens going to be okay kind of being a 2 or a 1B in the pecking order? You all right over there, brother? Wet and cold. The old ham bone getting. Don't get pleurisy or anything on us, Rogers. Yeah, and the real issue, Rogers, you don't park your garage is full. So it Hambone parks out in the driveway. I'm lucky I've got a carport, so I can pull into my carport, and I have a carport door. So really the only part of me that gets wet when I go home is my shoes, because there's a little bit of water in the carport. But that's it. Otherwise, I can bebop out there, and I'm okay. I make it all right. So Cowboys fans, I'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts on this trade. Is George Pickens the answer? Is this the guy that is going to potentially take you over the top? Will you go from a team that can contend for a division, can make the playoffs, to a now we can advance in the playoffs and we can potentially make a run, perhaps to a Super Bowl? That's the real question. And I don't know that this answers that question. The other issue you've got is George Pickens is, as Mike Tomlin mentioned, maybe needs a little maturation, right? Maybe this is a guy that needs a little time to mature a little bit and to potentially, who are your big leaders? And I think that's the real question, right? I was watching the dude hit one to the deepest part of the park too, which is the wrong place to hit it in Milwaukee, like almost in that little notch where the deepest part of the park is. Caught it up against the wall, or hit it and then caught it and then banged into the wall. Still 3-1, the lead for Houston over Milwaukee in the top of the sixth. But yeah, to me, the real question becomes for this fan base, for the Cowboys, is: are you okay getting I don't say a head case? I don't like to be that sort of reductive. But are you okay with a guy that potentially has some issues if he makes enough of a difference on the field? And then who are your leaders, right? Who are the guys that are, I'm assuming Dak. Usually you want your starting quarterback to be one of your leaders. So is Dak going to be able to get in Pickens' face if he needs to? CeeDee Lamb, right? The shady sheep. What happens if Pickens, starts getting mad that the ball's not coming his way? Does CeeDee Lamb get in his face and say, "Hey, man, back off"? You knew it was coming, Rogers. You knew it was coming. Rogers knew it was about to happen. We love you anyway, Rogers, even though I did that to you. I'm sorry for for doing that to you, Rogers. But it had to be done. So yeah, is your leadership strong enough on the team to be able to handle a guy that could be a problem? And that's what your major issue is right now. Do you have enough leadership, strong-willed guys, people within the team that are able to deal with an outsized personality? The first time that George Pickens complains that he's not getting enough targets or complains that he's, not getting to do what he wants to do, that's gone, Rogers. That's a 3-run shot. Jeremy Pena was 0 for 3. Just picked up his 5th home run. It was weird. He turned on that really quickly. It was way inside. I thought it was going to drop down and just inside the line. But he had enough to get it out because that pitch was well inside. Pena had to get his whole body out of the way. That thing's tailing back in on him. That's just great hitting. Yeah, turned the body and pulled the hands in to get out on that and got enough of it. Just snaked it over the wall. And now the Astros lead 6-1. Hambone, your Astros doing all right? I mean, that's not a – by the way, that division ain't that's a weird division. Surprised how good Oakland's been. Sorry, not Oakland. What are they now? No, they're just the Athletics now. Yeah, they're not. They don't have a name anymore. They're just the Athletics. Yeah, the A's are. While you weren't looking, the A's are 20-17. Guardians are right behind the Tigers in the Central. Rogers, they're just biding their time until David Fry gets back in the lineup and sparks their run to the AL Central title. But yeah, the NL they are in the AL still. AL West. Mariners, A's, Rangers, Astros, Angels, all separated by 6.5 games, by the way. Mariners are on top. But Rogers, the Astros are just 4 games out of first. It's so early. How about the A's? Road Warriors. Rogers, the A's have, I'm looking real quick, I think the A's have the best road record in baseball. They do. The A's have the best road record in baseball, which I guess makes sense, Rogers, because all of their games are on the road. Well, they are. They don't play. Their home games are not at home either. Where are they playing? Like some AAA affiliate? Right? I think that's where they are. They, is it Sacramento? Is that where they're? Yeah, the AAA affiliate in Sacramento. Like, I mean, it makes sense. But still, let's not act like that's still not a. It'd be really funny though, Rogers, is if in the stats and the standings they just listed their overall record was also their road record, and they didn't give them a home record at all. Like the A's at home are 0-0. On the road, they're 20-17, which is their overall record. I would enjoy that little bit of fun and frivolity, but they didn't ask me. So there you go. Hey, don't forget, coming up at 2 o'clock, we'll chat with Sal Vulcano of the Impractical Jokers. Didn't realize, Rogers, apparently a lot of people say his name wrong. They say Vulcano instead of Vulcano. And he actually, you'll hear in the interview, actually complimented me on saying his name right. And then I proceed to tell him why I said his name right, and I got to give him a little me story, Rogers. Tell him a little bit about why I pronounce names correctly and why I'm why I make sure to do that. Just a little me time in the interview, Rogers. Just a little me time, you know. It's a quick little 45-second aside. I mean, just a little me time in the interview, Hambone. I learned it from the master, Rogers. I learned from the master. And you know I did. You know I did, Hambone. We'll talk NBA playoffs coming up here in just a bit. But I do want to remind you about Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The Greene team, the best in the business at what they do. They've been in the plumbing game since 1959. 1959, they've been in the plumbing game. Then they decided here not too long ago, you know what, let's just do air conditioning and heating while we're at it. And guess what? They did. And guess what? They're the best at it. That's what they do. It's how they work. So whether you want the finest in plumbing or the finest in heating or air conditioning, basically anything in your house that's not electric or it has to do with electricity, chances are Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling can take care of it for you. You know, don't ask them to come and replace your fuses in your fuse box or work on your electric panel. But other than that, they pretty much can handle almost anything that you've got going on in your home. You give them a call at 631-0235, 631-0235, or you can hit them up at greeneplumbing.com. That's Greene plumbing.com. They got their specials right there on the homepage. When you open up greeneplumbing.com, top right, schedule service. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like to talk on the phone, right? You're one of those that prefers, like Rogers, a lot of times when I'm dealing with a company, I'll just use their chat as opposed to calling them up because I don't want to wait on hold. I don't want to sit there and, I don't want to get frustrated talking to someone. It's easier to deal with someone via text sometimes than it is to talk with them. Well, guess what? Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has that available for you. Up on the top right of their website, it says schedule service. You can schedule service without a phone call. Up on the top left, it says view specials. When you click on that, guess what? $59 hot water heater flush. Free drain camera inspection with every drain cleaning. $150 off a new hot water heater. They have a furnace buyback bonanza. You buy a new furnace, guess what? They'll buy yours. And they'll tune it up for $79. If you're not trying to buy a whole new one, but you just want to tune up, guess what? $79. They'll tune up your furnace. Then they've got discounts. Churches, first responders, senior citizens. And Rogers, they make sure to let you know that it can't be combined with any other offer. So the other day, I think it was yesterday, I was talking about, well, what if you're a senior citizen first responder? Can you get, combine them? No, you can't combine them. Sorry, 70-year-old fireman. You only get one discount, not both discounts. Plus, they've got their maintenance club that's available to you. All you have to do is just give them a shout. 631-0235. That's 631-0235. Or hit them up at greeneplumbing.com, Greene plumbing.com. They're the best in the business. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. All right, next we're going to be joined by Sal Vulcano, the Impractical Joker. He's got a stand-up show coming to Shreveport a week from tomorrow on the 15th at the Strand Theater. Sal will join us next.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Everyone's broken a phone, but not just anybody can fix one. Don't trust your phone to a fly-by-night shop. And don't try to fix it yourself. Let the experts at Batteries Plus keep you connected by replacing your screen, repairing your phone, or replacing the battery for you. Walk in anytime or make an appointment at batteriesplus.com and save $10. Trust the experts at Batteries Plus.
Looking for the best way to grow your business? Town Square Media is your ultimate marketing partner. We're the leaders in combining the power of radio, digital, and social media to create the most effective marketing plans that deliver results. With our expert strategies, we'll help you reach more customers, increase sales, and build a stronger brand. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Call Town Square Media today at 318-688-1130. And let's get started on a marketing plan that works for you.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
There are so many reasons to shop at Chevyland. They are the #1 Chevy dealer in the area, for Pete's sake. But I'm just telling you right now, if you're in the market for a Silverado, that's the place to be. The Silverado LTZ that I'm driving around has everything that I'm looking for. Look, I'm getting older. Maybe I don't drive as well as I used to, which is why I love the front and rear parking sensors, the surround view camera system, all right there in that Silverado LTZ from Chevyland. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport. Together, let's drive.
Morse & DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
Rejuva Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuva Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Are you ready to take your brand to new heights? At Town Square Media, your success is our ultimate goal. At Town Square Media, we understand that reaching your audience across various platforms is essential in today's fast-paced landscape. One size fits none in the realm of marketing. See firsthand how Town Square Media crafts tailored solutions that align with your unique goals. Whether it's increasing brand awareness, driving sales, or fostering community engagement, our ability to customize strategies that deliver exactly what you need when when you need it. Town Square Media isn't just a partner. We're your brand's most passionate advocate. See how Town Square Media can transform your vision into a reality that resonates, engages, and inspires. Call and schedule your free business analysis today. 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Your brand story starts here with Town Square Media, where innovation meets impact and your success is our priority.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greenplumbing.com.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 1033 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time.
Welcome you back to the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Coming your way a week from Thursday. A week from Thursday at 7 o'clock at the historic Strand Theater will be one of the Impractical Jokers. One of our favorites, as always. I mean, there's only 4 to choose from, so he's got a 25% chance of being one of the favorites. He is Sal Vulcano. Sal, what's up, brother? How are you?
How are you? Thank you so much for the kind words.
Yeah, well, look, I will say this. You're definitely, I will say, on the list of the 4, and obviously now you're down to 3, but on the list of the 4, you're definitely not 4. So, you know, that's one thing,
I appreciate
guess.
it. Listen, Patrick, all I need to do is be ahead of Murr. That's all I need.
I mean, and honestly, you are. And I even know Murr. I met him and hung out with him, and he's a great guy. And I hung out with Joey Fatone when they were here for GeekCon. And it was terrific, but yeah, you're still ahead of Murr. So congratulations on that, my friend.
That's amazing because I'm also recording this call for quality assurance. So I'm going to play him with this recording.
Oh, please do, please do, please let him know. I think he probably already knows that. You know, it is interesting, right? Like you're in a group and people have favorites. Like, is that weird for people to tell you like, oh, you're like my second favorite Joker of the crew?
No, I mean, look, we all have our people who like us the best. So you hear it in every iteration from day one. It's like it's at this point we've gotten used to. I've gotten used to people walking up to me and like, you are my third.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, no problem. As long as you watch the show, that's terrific.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, tell me how this all started, right? I mean, you know, I'm blessed. I'm basically the same age as all you guys, and I have a group of 4 friends. Like we're a group of 4. You know, we've never done anything like y'all have done with starting a comedy troupe or any of that stuff. But kind of tell me the path to get to where you are right now.
You know, the guys that I met in high school, and we were all freshmen, we were all the same age, and you know, we were friendly in high school, and we all started doing comedy and improv and stuff in college and out of college. And we got back out of college, we just kind of were all doing the same thing, and we decided to get together and do this comedy troupe called the Tenderloins. And I mean, that was in 1999. So, you know, 26 years later, a quick 26 years later, we're here.
I mean, could you have imagined back then in 99 when you're getting together, like where this thing would take you?
No, not at all. I mean, like, you know, we were doing it for the love of it and for the fun of it. And, you know, we really grinded a lot. And I guess we just got lucky and got some opportunity that we prepared for. You know, we had the idea for Joe. We had a lot of failures. You know, we pitched a lot of shows and we failed at a lot of things. But this one just caught, and it's like hitting the lottery. It was amazing, and we've thrived on that and built out careers, you know, satellite off of this. So now we all do different things. We're all writing and acting, and I'm doing stand up. I have special out, and so no, never ever could imagine the successes. Nor could I have imagined that. Like I'm on my way to set right now. We're filming season 12. We got over like 300 episodes, and so no, to this day, every single day, I can't believe that we've come this far and have endured the landscape of television entertainment that has changed so drastically since we started. So, yeah, really always count my blessings there, and that's why I like kind of going on the road too. I mean, I love stand up more than anything, but I also get to like see all the people that are watching and that are fans and kind of interact with them and share that energy and laugh with them on stage. It's kind of cool. It's kind of rewarding. So it's like not just like in a vacuum,
Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? Is you get to have actual tactile feedback. It's one thing to do a movie or to do a television show, and you hear that, oh, everyone likes it, everyone enjoys it. But when you're out on the road doing gigs and you're doing a show that involves the public, I would imagine that's part of the good part of it, is you get such an immediate feedback on that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of stand-up. Like there's nothing like it, and it's what I wanted to do since a little kid, and I just kind of found my way into it through the show as opposed to just starting strictly with stand-up. But I love it. I just love it. I love just being up there with a mic and just kind of going with it.
Tell me a little bit about maybe the best part of this, right? Like the people you've met, like you've gotten to do things and meet people and be a part of things that I know you probably couldn't have ever imagined. What's an example or two of someone you've met or an experience you've gotten to have that really kind of would blow the high school Sal's mind?
I mean, in relation to the scope of what we've done on the show, there are tons, because we have these creative ideas and then we have a team of people around us to bring it to fruition. And like, for example, there was a time a handful of seasons back that I lost and got punished, and they set up a full-scale, elaborate, like real-time zombie apocalypse in the sewers of New York City.
Yeah.
And they hired all these extras and they got everyone in zombie makeup. I had no idea what I was doing. I went down a manhole in Brooklyn and I walked down I really literally walked down caves and of the underground, and I found my nieces in a cage. I had to rescue them, and all these zombies started coming out from. It was just the wildest thing. I had to beat them over the bat and feed them like raw meat, and it's just like that is an example of one of the things that we're capable of with the show, and to be like playing that out like on camera and just like it's almost like a fun house that just came from our own ideas. And so like to that extent, the show affords us things that anyone would never ever get to do. And then of course, like all the places it's taken me, whether it be, because of stand up or because of, filming on the road, like travel episodes, you call them, and all the people that we've gotten to meet in the industry. And especially me as a stand up, I grew up idolizing people, and now a lot of those people are my friends. So it couldn't be better. It's just feel very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, it's an amazing show. I will tell you this, I'm primarily a sports announcer. I call games for a living on ESPN, and so I was really introduced to you guys thanks to the Final Four and March Madness, because there was a time there where we couldn't get away from y'all on March Madness on True TV or TNT. It was you and long haul truckers or towing, backwoods towing, lizard lick towing, whatever it was. Like, we couldn't get away from it, and it introduced us to the show. And then obviously you develop a love for it from there. This is for you, this journey to now where you are, as you get so big and as the Jokers continue to increase in scope. How hard is it now to actually film the show? Like, can you still find people that have no idea who you are and are still out there to be fooled?
Well, we better find them, because we're filming season 7. It would be a big bummer if we don't, Patrick. No, that's one of the reasons we love filming in New York City, because it's just a turnover, and it's so densely populated that we find them. It's harder to film the show now than it was in the beginning, and it gets harder as we get more popular, for sure. But we kind of wrote the book on this show now, and we have techniques, and the show doesn't work if the person knows. So we are still able to do it, thankfully. I mean, if we were in a smaller area, smaller town, it can be really tough, and that's why a lot goes into making the show that people don't even realize. Like, we had to get that meticulous and granular with, like, okay, we have this idea. What are different locations we can do this idea in? And then out of those locations, what are available? And then out of what's available, what will play best for this? Because we can't, we have to have this amount of turnover, or sometimes we don't want it too crowded, But as far as, like, in and of itself, the show must be filmed in, like, New York City, because we, at this point, after 300 episodes, thousands and thousands of people we've interacted with, you need that turnover of people. If one person knows me, the next doesn't. It's just
right.
That's what's great about New York City. Yeah.
How often do you get people who act like they don't know you to try to get on the show?
It happens, but they don't really. It's even more. It's rare that it happens. Like because people are not good at.
They're not actors.
Once they've seen us and it registers on their face, they're not good at being themselves and acting like they have no idea what's going on. We see right through it.
Yeah.
So most of the time, their demeanor changes drastically. Like, they just seem suspicious. Like, they'll step up to the counter and be like, "1 pack of chewing gum, please."
Yeah.
And it's like,
where's my
you
camera?
acting like,
Where's my camera? Who am I? What am I playing to?
Yeah. So every once in a while you get someone that, like, and it's a bummer because it's like we put time as money and the show costs money and all these people, and it's like, so if I spend 10 minutes with somebody and they happen to fool me, and then they let me know afterward, and I'm just like, oh, we can't put you on now.
I can't use
won't
that.
put you on. Yeah, and so it's like, I wish you would have just told me up front. But I understand in the moment they have a decision to make, and they don't really understand the scope of that kind of thing. So a lot of times they'll confess after, and it's like, well, now we can't use you.
Yeah. Talking to Sal Vulcano from the Impractical Jokers and doing stand-up. Tell me about why stand-up. You broke in with the Impractical Jokers. Why then the love for stand-up and doing comedy?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do since I'm a little kid, is be a stand-up comedian. And I did a little bit during college and out of college, but I didn't I didn't go full on with it until we started with the show. And then we started touring with the show again, because we toured as an improv and sketch comedy troupe. So we started touring in 2012. And at that point, 2 years later, maybe 2016, I was like, all right, I'm going to dedicate all my free time to stand-up. I hadn't yet, had a family or anything like that, and now I do. So I just went full on every spare second I had, because I was like, this is really all I want to do. So now it's been 9 years since I've been doing it really full on. But just since a kid, it's just kind of, that's what resonated with me the most. So, yeah. By the way, I want to give you credit. You're one of, and I mean this, you're in the 1% of people that pronounce my last name correctly.
Okay, can I? Well, let me tell you a story then about that.
Yeah.
Your your publicist, producer, assistant, whoever it is that I'm dealing with, I literally texted her. I sent her a note and said, "How do you pronounce his last name? Is it Vulcano or is it Vulcano?" And the reason why is because I call games for a living, and I have a roster of 40 kids, and I better get their names right. Like, that's the number one thing that I have to do, is pronounce a name right. Yeah, I went up to a kid one time, Sal. He was our starting quarterback for a year, and we had mispronounced his name for a year. Even we'd asked him how to pronounce it, and I go up to him right before the first game of year 2. Dude, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Clement or is it Claymont? Because he's from South Louisiana. It's spelled Clement. Is it Clement or Claymont? And he goes, I don't really care. And I go, no, you don't get to tell me you don't care. Like, this is your name, dude. Like, I have to pronounce your name how you pronounce it. And he goes, well, my mom would probably like it if you call me Claymont. And I'm like, done. That's how your mom is going to pronounce it. That's how we're pronouncing it. So yeah, I specifically asked that question.
I tip my cap to you because nobody asked that question. And I've actually just come to accept Vulcano as, another pronunciation of it that I'm fine with, because it's like literally 99% of people. But the fact that you asked, because not a lot of people say, so as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, wow. So good on you.
Well, again, that's part of my job, brother. That's what we do. Hey, performing at the Strand on Thursday, a week from Thursday, actually, in Shreveport. A, do you know anything about Shreveport? And B, you need to make sure you spend a little time in the Strand. It is one of the most historic theaters in the country. It's a designated historic site. It is absolutely gorgeous. But do you know anything about Shreveport? And do you do any local stuff in your act?
So, A, I do not know anything about Shreveport. I'm excited to learn. Two, I have heard about the Strand, and so I'm excited to get in a little bit early and soak it all in. And D, if I can quote Buzz from Home Alone,
yes.
A, 2, and D.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes I do. I do crowd work up top at the beginning, and a lot of times I'll just kind of like ask the people, the staff of the theater about some stuff, or I'll do a quick read on it and just to get a little bit of a, So I welcome all interesting facts or things I should know for sure.
Well, interesting fact about Shreveport is most of it now is owned by 50 Cent. He is.
I did not know that.
No. This is one of our favorite little factoids currently going on Shreveport. 50 Cent has just for some reason moved in. He bought a movie studio. He bought a bunch of buildings and a bunch of land, and apparently he's building a whole complex. He had a whole party several months ago where he brought in a bunch of big name acts, and they had a big tent downtown, and it was a whole thing. So 50 Cent owns a lot of Shreveport now. I don't know why that is, but there you go.
It sounds made up. It's fascinating.
No, it sounds made up. It is absolutely real.
I will make sure to change my walkout song. I'm going to walk out to a 50 Cent song. I'm in the know now. I'll come out. That is such good. Usually I'm like, tell me about your city. They're like, well, we like to export potatoes.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, that's fine. But no one drops something like, 50 Cent bought the town. That I could have a field day with.
Yes, you should have a lot of fun with 50 Cent owning the town. You're going to be within a few blocks of 50 Cent's compound too. So, you'll be. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, why Shreveport, Louisiana is being bought out by 50 Cent, I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea why that is, but it is.
All right.
And yeah, we're having parties and everything. It's a good time. Hey, but beyond the crowd work, kind of give us an idea of what a Sal Vulcano stand-up is like.
Yeah, for sure. So my first special came out this year. It's called Terrified. It's streaming on Max right now, and that was kind of more stories from my life from childhood into like my adulthood of like fear-based things that happened and shaped who I am. This new tour, for the first time ever, I'm kind of getting a little more personal. So for me, I really was very private in my life. I didn't really discuss my family at all. But just this past year, as I was promoting my other special, I kind of like just let the cat out of the bag that I'm married, I have a kid and everything. And so in my past, even on the show, like I really never, even in my podcast I never really speak on that front and never get into detail. But so you do get to see a completely other side of me in this tour, especially if you're a fan, because I actually do get into a lot about my family and my child and my wife and things like that.
That's it's going to be amazing.
It's way more personal. Yeah.
And look, the personal stuff is where the funniest stuff is often mined. It really is.
Sure.
Like we all can relate. Sal, safe travels to Shreveport. Enjoy your time here. I hope that you get to run into 50 Cent somewhere and say hello. I hope he's running around. The Strand next Thursday, coming up on the 15th, 7 o'clock. Get your tickets. Go see Sal. He is hysterical, and we are definitely looking forward to having you in town, brother.
Oh, right on, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Sal Vulcano from the Impractical Jokers.
Well, there you go. How about that? Nothing wrong with that interview right there, folks. Rogers, you know what we'd call that, right? Yeah, you know. It's a great interview. Actually, he was really sweet. And I loved being able to share. You know, all the comedians who come in from out of town always have, they want a local hook. You know, they want to be able to talk about the city they're in. And there's no funnier thing for a comedian to mine than 50 Cent is buying up Shreveport. Like, that's the funniest thing that you've got about this. You know, like you said, most time it's like, oh, we export potatoes. Like, no, we have 50 Cent. Like, he's our mayor now, basically. He's not, but you know what I mean. 50 Cent is buying up all our property and stuff. Like, that's beautiful. That is hilarious stuff. So big thanks to Sal Vulcano for joining us. Rogers, I'm not going to say you're going to hear that interview again, but you probably will hear that interview again next week sometime, I'm guessing. Right around the time that his show's coming. And again, he's coming to the Strand on Thursday, May the 15th, so a week from Thursday. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The Patrick Netherton Show brought to you by Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And big thanks to Sal Vulcano for joining us. We'll be back.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
That Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ Texas edition that I'm cruising around in is just a dream truck. I love the leather upholstery. It's got the cooling seats that are going to come in handy so much here as these temperatures warm up. Can you imagine the summer without cooling seats and leather upholstery? As big as I am, not a pretty picture. But the Silverado LTZ from Chevyland's going to take care of me as it always does. Chevyland, together, let's drive.
Our locally owned businesses are the backbone of our community, and our industry aces lead the way with top-notch service. Lynch's Lawn and Fence. Don't get caught with your fence down. When you call, they come. Shreveport Bossier Family Dental. Dentistry that keeps you smiling. Shreveport Bossier Pediatric Dental Care. It's an out-of-this-world experience. Our locally owned businesses are the backbone of our community, and our industry aces lead the way with top-notch service. Support local and check out our industry aces today.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Sarah. She loves her motorcycle. What she doesn't love is when it suddenly rains. As she sits underneath a bridge waiting for it to stop, she grows quite fond of the graffiti on the overpass. She really likes the one with John Hart's Claire and wonders if they're still together. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get an online quote in as little as 3 minutes and see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches meat pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocer's freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
Morse & DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Bateman Lawyer Spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary. Morris & DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Bateman Lawyer Spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary.
Rejuva Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuva Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greeneplumbing.com.
Everyone's broken a phone, but not just anybody can fix one. Don't trust your phone to a fly-by-night shop. And don't try to fix it yourself. Let the experts at Batteries Plus keep you connected by replacing your screen, repairing your phone, or replacing the battery for you. Walk in anytime or make an appointment at batteriesplus.com and save $10. Trust the experts at Batteries Plus.
Everyone loves a deal, and we've got them just for you. Seize the Deal features great local restaurants that you can save big and enjoy more of. Log on and get yours today. Sweet Caroline's Dueling Piano Bar, where you can experience the thrill of dueling pianos, delicious drinks, and unforgettable fun. Flames Mediterranean Restaurant with Greek and Persian selections that satisfy your fine dining cravings. Notini's Italian Restaurant, home of everyone's favorite mint tea and all your Italian favorites. Sharks of Bossier for the best fried fish or chicken in town. Or Tropical Smoothie Cafe to dive into refreshing smoothies and scrumptious meals for lunch or dinner. Go to seizethedeal.com/Shreveport to cash in on yours today.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Rogers, you couldn't tell us apart. Me and Ann Wilson can't tell us apart, Rogers. Sound exactly the same. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Big thanks to South Vulcano for joining us. Coach Burt Rogers said afternoon all. He chimed in earlier. All right, Rogers, now that the storms have passed, do we have room in the brain for Friday yet? It's only 2 days from now. Like, have we put, no, we still don't have room in the brain for Friday yet. Even though, like, the storms are gone, there's no tornadoes coming, like all of that, we just don't, still no room for Friday yet. Okay. All right. Well, Bert has, he's already laid down the gauntlet. And by the way, Rogers, you've seen his hands. When he lays down a gauntlet, that is a large gauntlet, my friend. Ooh, Altuve just missed a home run. Just a little bit foul. Altuve, Rogers, 246, pretty low for him. He's normally a 300-plus hitter. He's 0 for 4 today. But the Astros lead 6-1 in the top of the ninth. He's just trying to drive in an extra run. He's got a guy at second with, they at least advanced him. Ooh, I think he's safe. Yeah, beat it out. That was a slow roller. They were playing him up the middle. And he went slow roller the opposite way over between first and second. just off the end of the bat. And once he hit it, he knew he had a chance to beat it out, and he did. I mean, if nothing else, he was just moving the runner up to third. He was doing his job. In that scenario, runner at second, nobody out, hit it towards the first base side so that the runner can advance to third, and then you've got a sacrifice fly in effect. And Altuve went ahead and just beat it out. So first and third with nobody out. Roger, does Altuve steal many bags these days?
Not as much as
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to. Well, Coach Burt, good to see you. I hope you're still around. I don't know if he's still around or not. Got the Demons. McNeese. When's the last time you saw a guy warm up without a hat, Rogers? That was weird. The pitching coach was holding his hat for him. Oh, he was putting his pitch comm? Oh, gotcha. I was like, why is this guy warming up? Like the pitching coach just holding his hat. Okay, he's fixing the pitch comm. That makes sense. Rogers, I don't know have you seen the bone conducting headphones that don't go in your ear? They go outside your ear. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're really good for like if you're wearing a helmet, or something that goes over your head and it makes it tough to, like if I'm wearing these headphones, let's just say, which I wear headphones with ear pods, but anyway, earbuds. But if you're wearing like a helmet or something over your ears and you can't wear AirPods or, earbuds or whatever, they have what are technically bone conducting headphones that wrap around the outside of your ear. And like the speaker itself is like it's on the front of your ear. It's not in your ear canal. It's like on the front of your ear, but you can hear it. I actually tried on a pair one time, and it's just like having earbuds in your ear. It's crazy. Like it is wild how good it sounds. Now that'll score a run. Will Altuve going to hold up at second? Okay. 7-1 Astros, top of the ninth. Paredes with a base hit. Both he and Altuve going the other way. That's just good hitting, especially if they're gonna play you to pull. I mean that's as much of an inside out swing as you could possibly have. Right there from Paredes, and drives in the run. So now first and second, nobody out. 7-1 Astros. Roger, save some of these runs for tomorrow. Oh, they've already lost first two? Dang. Is that going to stay fair? It certainly is. Wow. Little check swing off the handle off the fists, and it just rolled right to the first baseman. But hey, everybody advanced. He moved everybody up. I mean, and nobody out, runners at first and second. If the worst thing you do is move everyone up, you're fine at that point. All right, let's check on some texts on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. Oh, that's going to drive in a pair. Just a little loop down the left field line. That'll make it 9-1. Little double down the line for Diaz. And the Astros are laying it on. Good piece of hitting. Just, again, flip the bat out on it. Went right over the head of the third baseman. Cocky Cockaboo said, black smoke at the Sistine Chapel. No Pope today. Yeah, I think what I understand, they're going to take like one vote today, and then every other time it would be 2 votes in the morning and 2 votes in the evening. And they would, go from there. Again, Pope's not the head of my church, so I don't, I kind of look on with sort of bemusement from the outside. Bunch of guys dressed up in dresses with crazy headgear on, electing a dude to wear the bigger headgear. Medeo said, I saw Bonnie Raitt last night. Incredible show at the Municipal. So glad I went and glad Shreveport supported her well. Yeah, I heard it was a good show. Fletcher went, didn't he, Rogers? I think he – yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, good show, good crowd. So that's awesome. And again, that's the thing. Like, Shreveport needs to support these things. You know, Sal Vulcano comes to the Strand. We need to support that. By the way, they got 25% off tickets. If you want to go, I just bought a ticket to the show for 25% off. Pretty affordable. Good seat in the balcony, right, kind of where we sat the last time we went. We saw Brian Regan, Rogers. It's a good seat. Got it for 25% off. If you don't know, when you check out, use the code 25MOM, 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 and you can get 25% off your ticket, which I did. So I got a good discount, and gonna go see the show next Thursday. Very excited about it. So yeah, if you're a fan of things in Shreveport, then go. Be a part of Bonnie Raitt. Go be a part of Sal Vulcano. Go see these guys, and let them. Let people know that Shreveport is open for business. Go support GeekCon. Right? When the tickets go on sale, buy a ticket. Buy early. Right? The more tickets sell before the event, the more that the promoters and the people putting on the event and the people starring in the event, the more willing they are to come back. So yeah, by all means. Doc Waldo said, have you seen the lollipops that can only be heard when they're in your mouth? They play music and stuff. I have not, but it's the same concept. It's the bone-conducting headphones, or the bone-conducting, headphones, essentially. The ones that I had tried looped over your. They kind of went over your ear, and they would sit on the front of your ear, but on your face, like on the front of your ear, and it would sound just like you were listening to a regular, like you had regular headphones in. It was wild. And that's mostly like cyclists like to use them, because like when you put your bike helmet on, it's hard to kind of put AirPods in or whatever. Or people that wear helmets a lot, it works for them because it's not something sticking out of your ear. It's more flush with your face. And that's awesome. Draco said, this is from Thursday. Dang, I missed this, Draco. Sorry. Said the Keel app has a nice write-up on Stephen Joseph at the end of the Country Tavern article. Yeah, that's just links to other articles that kind of in the same vein. Crystal, a.k.a. Chica, has done a couple of nice write-ups on Stephen and Riverport, and for Keel and for 94.5 KRUF. So yeah, it's and so when they write a story and that the story is Country Tavern, when is it ever coming back? Rogers has been closed for almost 5 years now. Country Tavern down on Burt Coons in the Auto Mall, behind the Auto Mall. It's been closed for nearly 5 years, and it's like, okay, well, are they ever going to open? And you got one group of people saying, no, they're never going to open. Another group of people, yeah, it's going to be amazing. They've completely renovated the inside or whatever. Someone said that my favorite comment of all of them, though, Rogers, was it's obvious that the Country Tavern people hired the same contractors that are working on the hotel on 70th. What did that used to be? Was that a Sheraton? What was the little, was it Bobby Socks that was in there? Jacques. Bobby Socks and Boge. Okay, Jacques was in there. Yeah. Yeah. Rogers spent some time in there. But Hambone, clearly they're using the same contractor, because that place is taking maybe they'll open up together. Come to come to Country Tavern, and then when you have somewhat, you can get there in 5 minutes. It's like, okay, now that you're in a food coma from eating all this delicious barbecue / steaks or whatever, just go over here to the whatever branded hotel this is now. I don't even know what hotel it is anymore. Like they're building they basically they're building a brand new building. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Draco said we had your hot ham and cheese sandwich recipe Sunday for lunch. They were great. Oh, they are delicious, man. You know, it's funny, Rogers. It's one of those things I make it for the Super Bowl party. I should really make it more often, just in general. Like, it's a tremendous recipe. It really is. It's delightful. If you know what I'm talking about, it's a ham and Swiss with sweet Hawaiian rolls that you put it's like a honey mustard sauce goes over the top of it, and then you bake it, and you cut them up and eat them, and they are ridiculously delicious. They are ridiculously good. So, man, how this guy has fallen, Rogers. Is this Hader is your closer or no? Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, they're just pitching him because he probably hadn't pitched in a while. Yeah, because they lost the last 2 games. Yeah, he just hadn't pitched in a bit and he needs to go. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I thought Hader was the closer. Why is he throwing in a 9-1 game? It's like, oh, obviously they EH? So close before our break, EH. Gotta work on this guy's timing. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. What's going on?
I mean, you called 1 minute before our last break, buddy. Rogers is going to start glaring at me here shortly. What's on your mind?
No, I'll hang on. Just do the commercial.
Well, you're not gonna get Rogers to get you back after the last commercial. So, okay, fine. If he'll hang, okay. Well, hold on, EH. We'll take commercial. We'll be right back. That's EH. He'll join us right after the break.
Should you pay thousands of dollars for Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, or other GLP-1 medications? We don't think so. TryLifeMD.com specializes in helping get GLP-1 weight loss medications covered by insurance. We know how the system works, and we've helped thousands of people get covered. You pay your insurance every month, and you deserve to have these life-changing medications covered. And if you're on compounded GLP-1s now, TryLifeMD.com can help you find insurance coverage for FDA-approved medication to continue losing weight and to keep the weight off. Insurance companies may not want to help you get covered, but TryLifeMD.com does. Get your free insurance benefits check in minutes at TryLifeMD.com. That's TryLifeMD.com.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at LifeMD.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Louisiana, game night just got interesting. This is your chance to build an empire, one scratch at a time. Play Monopoly Scratch Off from the lottery. Win up to $15,000. Choose your words carefully. Every letter counts when cash is on the line. Spell out your fortune and play Scrabble Scratch Off. Top prize $50,000. It's not just a game, it's a game changer.
The game is afoot. It's a classic case of mystery and deception. And everyone's a suspect.
Whoever you choose, uncover the mysteries of the new Clue Scratch-Off. Top prize is a whopping $100,000. All 3 fun and exciting games are available with Fast Play. Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Clue, Monopoly, and Scrabble are trademarks of Hasbro.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Do you disregard people's personal space? Sitting next to people in public, even if there are tons of open seats? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. There's still time. Come to Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale and get a queen mattress and adjustable base for just $399.99. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
There are so many reasons to shop at Chevyland. They are the #1 Chevy dealer in the area, for Pete's sake. But I'm just telling you right now, if you're in the market for a Silverado, that's the place to be. The Silverado LTZ that I'm driving around has everything that I'm looking for. Look, I'm getting older. Maybe I don't drive as well as I used to, which is why I love the front and rear parking sensors, the surround view camera system, all right there in that Silverado LTZ from Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport. Together, let's drive.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
Rejuva Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuva Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Greene Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greeneplumbing.com.
Tiger weather now.
Biggest storms tonight down on the coast and off to our southeast. We cannot say goodbye to thunderstorm chances. They'll stick around here for the late week, and then less of a storm threat over Mom's Day weekend. Our temperatures tonight down to 63, partly cloudy tomorrow, 85 with an isolated thunderstorm. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
All right, Rogers, no time to dilly-dally. We're going to go right to the phones and welcome in our good buddy E.H. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude?
You know, just hanging out, man.
So I've listened to you long enough. I know where all your spots are, but so I do know the Country Tavern is opening because the manager is a friend of mine. So it's definitely actually going to open.
Yeah.
But like, how do you rank Country Tavern Shreveport versus Country Tavern Kilgore?
I've never had Country Tavern Kilgore, to be honest with you. I've heard good things. I've heard their ribs are delightful. I will say this: I am a huge fan of the steaks. And I know the Country Tavern, there was some sort of ownership schism or whatever, and so I know that it's kind of the same recipes are being used at a couple of different places at the same time or whatever, but I really love the steaks and the au gratins at that place. The barbecue's fine. I'm not going there for barbecue though, but that's about what I'll say.
All right, well, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's like I said, I think their steaks are the best that there is in town, and they're dang good. So I'm looking forward to getting steaks and au gratins again because that's what I love. If I'm doing ribs, I'm headed to Texas.
Look, man, I just like the building. It's tucked out of the way. I mean, they've Rogers probably knows they have really good draft beer. Competition's good.
The cock of the walk, man.
Kind of cock of the walk.
That's right. The Zentner's daughters. It's been a few different things before it became Country Tavern. Yeah, it is a neat little place. I've heard, and you may know more about this than I do, but I've heard that they've done a lot of interior renovation. That it's going to look completely different when people get there. So, because it was kind of an old school type of place in terms of the decor. So, I'm hoping that's true because obviously you'd like to see some modernization of some of that, but yeah, I mean, look, I'm a fan. Like I said, their steaks, their au gratins, A1 for me. I'll go there before I go just about anywhere to eat a steak.
Dang, from a barbecue expert, that's still a meat. That's a good endorsement.
Yeah, look, and like I said, you know that there was a great schism that happened in the ownership, and there's now another restaurant that's also operating basically with all the same recipes as the original Country Tavern, and their steaks are delicious too because it's the same recipe, it's the same steaks. It just for whatever reason they do steaks right. They do all those au gratins right. Like it's high quality. So I will definitely go there and down a ribeye and some au gratins in a hurry.
I hear you. All right, real quick. Nice to see the Astros are kind of pulling it together.
Yeah.
Just when they were getting all the pieces together, Jordan gets hurt, so it's like that kind of.
Yeah, Jordan looks like Jordan is going to be okay. The MRI was better than they were optimistic that it was a strain. It wasn't anything that was more severe. So that's good. Crazy thing is it's on his hand. Like what a weird place to just get a muscle strain on the top of your hand. Yeah,
dude,
like it's just
not
crazy.
Like he's not playing in the field, so you think that the DH with the last person is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And
by the way, and look, he's been off to a slow start too. I mean, Altuve has consider the fact that the Astros are 4 games out of first, and their best players are not playing their best at this point, and so I think that portends good things. Altuve is going to get hot. Jordan's going to figure it out. Like, these guys are too good not to. So you're kind of treading. It's almost like last night with the Warriors, right? The Warriors lose Steph Curry, but they ratchet up the defense. They get enough from Buddy Hield. They get enough from Jimmy Butler, and they find a way to get the win in Game 1. Does that mean they're going to win the series? Who the heck knows? But certainly it's right now they look like they've got the makings of being able to hang in there, and hopefully Curry can come back in a week. He won't be back until potentially Game 5, but at least it won't be any worse than 3-1. They won't have been swept out of the series at that point.
Well, Hambone and I agree a lot more than we disagree. Just the disagreements become more, noteworthy. But, at first, of course, I was butthurt that Bregman and Tucker left. But, Rogers is right all along with the Astros. Is even though Bregman's really just, it's sad that he's doing. I'm not mad that he's doing good because I like him a lot, but there's just no way with the season he's having, especially the season that Tucker was having, even if the Astros, they just couldn't sign. You can't pay 2 guys or even 1 guy that kind of salary.
You can't pay everybody.
After that last kid, that last big signing, it is like the bar is Vlad Guerrero. The bar is so high now for free agents. And we got a third baseman, a rising star at right field, and a pitcher that didn't do good yesterday, but a serviceable guy. It's an arms race, and it's tough. It's hard to cut the cord, but they did it at the right time, unlike the Saints. But that's it.
Okay. Why are you going to get Rogers all mad? You just said nice things. Now you're going to talk about the Saints all bad like that? You're going to get them all mad at you?
Nobody cares about Carr. It was all a Carr thing, and now it's just proven that it was Carr all along. Loomis got duped. So we all got duped by Carr. When you say you go to Blimpies in your first, wherever it was, Blimpies or whatever, when he first came to New Orleans, and Show goes to Commander's Palace.
Yeah, Shug went to Commander's Palace. Yeah. He did the Drew Brees thing. Well, here's the thing. Look, there are a couple of teams where it really matters how you treat the city and the fan base, right? There's some cities they don't really care, right? If you go to San Francisco, they don't care if you go to the whatever, the here, they don't care, right? You show up, you win, that's all they care about. There are certain places where in order to be beloved, you need to be invested in the city. Look at Alvin Kamara. He rides his bike to games. He lives downtown. Like, he is beloved in the city. And also he's good at football, right? But he's also very good at endearing himself to the community. He's kind of weird, and that's what they love in New Orleans. Drew Brees shows up. He immediately goes to Commander's Palace. He buys a home in the French Quarter. Like, yeah, he still has a house in San Diego, and he still goes there in the offseason, but he's a part of the community, right? The first thing that Derek Carr does is not endear himself into the community. He does not do things that will make him more more well-liked by the fan base. If you come out there and you're really good, you can be Aaron Rodgers off the field if you're Aaron Rodgers on the field. The problem is Derek Carr is not Aaron Rodgers on the field to offset being Aaron Rodgers off the field. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, everything I need to know about Derek Carr is when second game last year when we were routing the Cowboys, when he did his Michael Jackson pelvic thrust, I was like, oh, God.
I don't care about that. Look, that doesn't bother me. Look, I'll say this for Derek Carr. I will defend Derek Carr because he played hurt a lot. Like, that's a dude who definitely gave his body to the franchise. And so there's no doubt about that. That dude gave his body to the franchise, and he kept playing hurt, and he kept doing it. And then when he finally got hurt enough where he couldn't play, the team didn't win a game. So I'll give Carr that kind of credit. I'm not a fan of his as a person necessarily. I wish he was different in terms of how he interacted with the town and with the people and endeared himself in that way. I wish, Jameis Winston he's not even on the team anymore, and he's doing more stuff at Mardi Gras and endearing himself to the people of New Orleans more than Derek Carr has ever done as a member of the Saints. Like, I don't need you to be doing everything all the time, but I do need you to be in the community. I need you to be a member of that place. Look, in Oakland and in Las Vegas, especially Las Vegas, they don't give a damn what you're doing. They don't need you to make appearances, any of that stuff. we got to run, brother. Appreciate you. Look, I don't need you. In Vegas, nobody cares if you're making appearances, if you're doing anything. They don't care. Vegas is a different town. But in New Orleans, you better figure out how to endear yourself to the New Orleans public. Jameis Winston knows how to do that. I mean, Winston doesn't have, to me, the same amount of ability and talent and effectiveness that Derek Carr has. To me, Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Jameis Winston. But Jameis Winston is better as a quarterback of your franchise than Derek Carr. People will ride and die with you if you ride and die with the city. I mean, look at Drew Brees. The last couple of years, dude couldn't throw it 7 yards downfield. Every pass was 5 yards. He couldn't throw a 40-yard pass. Everything was checkdowns and shallow crossers and outs and everything else. But you know what? The city was willing to ride with Drew Brees an extra year or two after he was really done physically because of who he is, what he meant to the city, and obviously bringing a Super Bowl. Derek Carr does not have that sort of emotional connection with the city, and the city does not have that sort of emotional connection with Derek Carr. All right. If Carr's the starter next year, I think he'll be fine. Obviously, Kellen Moore, I think, is a good quarterbacks coach. He knows what he's doing. So I think that'll all be fine. It's not what I'd want. I mean, at this point, I'd say go ahead and start the Spencer Rattler regime. Or if you think Tyler Shuck is that good, that you drafted him in the second round, go ahead on. Start the Tyler Shuck regime. Like, make it happen. Obviously, all that dependent on what Carr does, shoulder and injury and all that stuff. All right, big thanks to Sal Vulcano from the Impractical Jokers for joining us. Fantastic to get to chat with him. He is fantastic, man. Just a great interview. Great interview, Rogers. You knew that. but a big time. He will be coming to the Strand next Thursday. Again, if you enter the promo code 25MOM, 25MOM, you can get 25% off your ticket to see Sal Vulcano at the Strand next Thursday, May 15th. All right, that's it for us. Last show tomorrow. Then we're off on Friday. Then after that, we should be back to a regular schedule, I believe. For Rogers, I'm Patrick. Y'all be safe and careful out there, everyone. Want to see you back here tomorrow from 1 to 3. Tomorrow from 1 to 3 on the Patrick Netherton Show.